Next on the SportsMax Zone, we continue our build-up to the Winter Olympics, and today Mariah will tell us more about the man, Benjamin Alexander. He is Jamaica's first Olympic Alpine skier.
British-born ex-international DJ Benjamin Alexander qualified for a spot at next month's Beijing Winter Games in the giant slalom event. The 38-year-old is inspired by Jamaica's legendary 1988 bobsleigh team, the first in history to take part in a Winter Olympics, and the inspiration behind Disney's classic film Cool Runnings. What's even more remarkable is the fact that Alexander first stepped on skis at the age of 32. Here's Benjamin on his journey to the Winter Olympics.
I graduated from university in London, then had a career in finance, which I gave up. They say don't give up your day job. I ended up becoming a DJ, quite successful. I went all around the world, performing across 5 continents, over 30 countries. Saw this incredible thing called skiing when I was invited to DJ at a ski party, and decided that I wanted to do that. Never did I think that I would go to the Olympics. I just wanted to be able to ski and keep up with my friends. And then after all of the Cool Runnings jokes were thrown at me for years and years and years, and after going to the Olympics in 2018 as a spectator and realizing that our country only had 3 winter athletes when we're such a powerhouse in the summer games, I thought maybe I'll give this a try. And now, as you said, very proudly, I'm the beginning of the Jamaican Alpine ski team, which is the main event of the Winter Olympics, and I hope to be the first of many, many athletes that will do our country proud.
Benjamin said choosing to represent Jamaica was a no-brainer.
I consider myself a global citizen. I've lived all over the world. I've visited 1/3 of the world's countries. I never really have a permanent address for long. But in 2020, I spent 4 months in Jamaica, visiting where my father was born and traveling every single mile of the coastline. Now, why did I choose Jamaica as opposed to England, even though I grew up in England and spent a big chunk of my life there? Now, as a mixed race boy, or as a mixed race person, you always represent the minority of the group you're in. If I'm with my white friends, I'm the black guy, and if I'm with my black friends, I'm the white guy. But skiing is always white people, so I'm always the black representative. So whenever I was a skier, I was always that black representative, that black ambassador. And when it came to thinking about taking this to the next level, there was never a choice. There's no Cool Running story for England.
Benjamin hopes by representing Jamaica at this year's Winter Olympics, he can inspire the younger ones to do so too.
My success is qualification. I feel like I've won my gold medal already. I'm going to be so excited to be in that opening ceremony. The opening ceremony is going to be like my medal ceremony. What my story is all about is encouraging the next generation of Jamaicans to start earlier than 32 so that we can have a real chance at medaling. I've already identified 3 Jamaicans in New York that started skiing when they were less than 2 years old, and they've been race training for the last 10 years. So they're now 14 years old, and these guys are going to come with force when we get to the 2026 games in Italy.
As we wrap today's feature, a reminder to stay tuned to SportsMax for all your Winter Olympics content and coverage.
Yeah, so Benjamin Alexander, Mariah, tell us more about the modern day representative of Jamaica on the ice in the skiing event.
Well, what I will say about Benjamin is his story is very, very inspirational, because he began skiing at the age of 32, George and Lance, which means I have hope, in the sense that he went from being a full-time DJ to, just picking up this what he would have liked to call a hobby, and then to now qualifying for the Winter Olympics. That has to be a story that's worth talking about. And I found we had him on the SportsMax Zone, you and Lance. I don't know where both of you were, but I was co-hosting with Leighton Levy and, you know, Benjamin's
JPL,
story.
George, JPL.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
And Benjamin's story, you know, he understands the competition that he's going up against. He knows that it's going to be tough to medal, but yet still he has so much passion, and, you know, he's just ready to take part in the Winter Olympics. And I feel like a story like that is definitely inspirational, especially in the times that we live in, COVID-19 pandemic.
Correct, you are. All right, it's time to take a break here on the SportsMax Zone. Back with more after these.